And before you watch, write any comment and you will move on to the next video. Also don't forget to put a like and subscribe to the channel. Enjoy watching. The scene flashes back to when Kizuna was summoned to Strategic Defense Academy Ataraxia by his domineering sister Hida. He met Ain, who was quite rude to him. They hear an air raid siren and she strips to her pilot suit and shouts "Zero," and her HHG encases her. She grabs a massive weapon from a hidden cache and takes off to fight the Magitek invaders while the Ataraxia megafloat defense systems are activated. Ain exhausts her power during the battle and falls. Kizuna shouts "Eros" and converts to his HHG mode and catches her. His sister then orders him to massage Ain to recharge her. Reluctantly he does, and she achieves hybrid heart and defeats all the invaders alone. Hida, commander of Ataraxia, is satisfied with the result of hybrid heart test using her brother Kizuna. Hida, commander of Ataraxia, describes the first world collision of 15 years ago when the aliens emerged from a tears in the fabric of reality from another dimension. The Earth's defenses were ineffective, but after 2 weeks, the aliens left and the tears closed. 6 months ago, the aliens reappeared in the second world collision. In the intervening period, Earth developed the heart hybrid gear, and Kizuna is a key component in this strategy. Ain, Heiru and then go to his room and demand that he hybrid heart. They are all interrupted by Sylvia Silkcut, who takes Kizuna on a tour of the facility, during which the commander makes him a captain and explains his purpose, providing hybrid heart to the female Amaterasu. Kizuna, Ain, Heiru and Euryshiya are sent on a mission to a nearby island. While Kizuna explores with Euryshiya, a tear opens and a Magitex attack them and seals Ain and Heiru in a dome. Euryshiya defeats the Magitex, but as she runs out of power, she is confronted by a Draggery, a Category A Magitek. Kizuna hybrid hearts with her, and recharged, she destroys all of the Magitex. Later, the girls again argue over Kizuna. Euryshiya tries to get Kizuna interested in her, and convinces him to spend the day exploring the megafloat with her. That evening he encounters Heiru, who talks about her ambitions. She falls, and when he catches her, she has an instant hybrid heart. He also meets Ain and learns more about her. She wants to hybrid heart to compete against the other girls, but Kizuna cannot do it mechanically. Later, Reiri tells him about Ain, who as a little girl was found lost with amnesia. She was taken in and trained but without knowing about her past. Reiri also reveals they have recently discovered that if an Amaterasu's hybrid counts drops to 0, they will die, which is why Kizuna is an essential part of Defense Academy's strategy. When she was young, Commander Reiri reveals to Ain that her hybrid gear contains an immoral weapon. An enemy fleet approaches Ataraxia and the Amaterasu attack the flagship, but they waste energy fighting the Magitex. Ain arrives at the flagship first but is shot down as her energy levels are too low. Kizuna rescues her and returns her to base. She is despondent as she sees her only value as a fighter, without a past or connections to people. Kizuna consoles her and tries to raise her self-confidence and agrees to hybrid heart with her. Lab Director Kei Shikina advises him via a communications link that if he continues, Ain may achieve the climax hybrid and acquire the immoral weapon. They proceed and are successful. Kizuna and Ain rejoin the battle. He now has increased power and she has the immoral weapon, which she uses to completely destroy the enemy fleet. Later, Ain tells Kizuna that during her climax hybrid she recovered some of her childhood memories, and wants to do it again. Kei Shikina believes she saw a human with the aliens' attack fleet. In the past, Heiru helps people evacuate Japan for a megafloat. Kizuna is offered free use of the academy baths, but finds Heiru Himikawa there to both their embarrassment. Commander Reiri later tells them that she arranged the encounter to further their relationship and raise Heiru's hybrid count. Commander Reiri introduces a new simulator room to Kizuna, not for mock battles with Magitex, but to facilitate hybrid heart activities. Kizuna evaluates the simulator successfully with Euryshiya. Meanwhile, although all communications between the megafloats is broken, they receive a weak signal from Guam. Kizuna, Ain, Euryshiya and Heiru are sent to Guam to investigate. They find devastation, but Kizuna and Heiru find a woman called Aldea with heart hybrid gear who claims to represent the Empire of Batlantis in the other dimension. She overpowers them and calls on a powerful three-headed dragon Magitek from the other dimension to destroy them. Rather than suffer defeat, Kizuna orders the team to retreat. The Amaterasu report on their mission to Guam, finding Aldea with her ability to warp space and the tri-head dragon. That night, Heiru returns alone to confront Aldea, but is easily defeated. The other Amaterasu go to her aid, but Aldea recalls the tri-head Magitek. When Aldea learns Ain's HHG name, Zeros, she seems to recognize her. Commander Reiri then arrives and drops the simulator room for Kizuna to revive the powerless Heiru. Heiru admits her inadequacies, and how she failed to protect the people she evacuated from Japan. Kizuna offers to hybrid heart with her and she achieves climax hybrid. She emerges fully recharged and destroys the tri-head. Aldea attacks them all, but when she fires at Kizuna he responds by materializing a sword for the first time. When Aldea opens the portal portal for reinforcements, she is recalled and they retreat just as the Amaterasu from the Megafloast West USA arrive. Ain and Eurystia realize that prudish Hauru reached climax hybrid with Kizuna. Ain has a dream where she meets a different version of herself. In the alien dimension, Aldea is questioned by General Grabble about her sighting of Ain with the Zeros HHG on Lemuria, their name for Earth. Commander Rayri receives data that enables Ataraxia to seal the entrances to the alien dimension. The USA Amaterasu, led by Scarlett Fairchild, with Gertrude Baird and Sharon Cunningham, join the Strategic Defense Academy Ataraxia as part of a joint operation. When Scarlett approaches Kizuna about his powers, this angers Eurystia and they compete for his attention. Scarlett tells of how Eurystia used her to fight a Draggery, then took the credit for the victory. Grabble lands on Ataraxia alone, demanding the return of HHG Zeros and its Magitech Knight, Ain. When the Ataraxia forces refuse and attack her, she defeats them all, including Gertrude and Sharon, using her Zoros HHG. The Amaterasu arrive and attack her, but she is too powerful and defeats them all. Grabble gives Ain a chance to leave with her, but Ain does not recognize her. Grabble is now low on power and departs without Ain, vowing to return for her. 1 week later, and Commander Rayri realizes that they must defeat Grabble, but need a new connective hybrid to do it, a combination of the Eros HHG and 2 others. Kizuna suggests Eurystia and Scarlett. The 3 of them take a bath together and it gets steamy. They watch old video footage of Eurystia and Scarlett when they fought together, which rekindles the girls' friendship. The 3 then achieve a climax hybrid together, the connective hybrid. Meanwhile, Ain has entered the alien dimension and questions Grabble about her origins, but just then, the 3 Amaterasu appear. Eurystia and Scarlett take on Grabble and Aldea with their increased firepower, but although Aldea is defeated, Grabble is too strong. Kizuna then attacks Grabble with his immoral weapon, but they are evenly matched until Kizuna adds in the weapons of Eurystia and Scarlett, the connective hybrid, and defeats her. Grabble departs with Aldea and strategic defense seals the portal entrances. Ain is left wondering who she really is. The Amaterasu have now liberated Guam and Okinawa and are drifting towards the Japan mainland and plan to recapture Tokyo. Kizuna explains to the male pupils the process of heart hybrids but is dramatically interrupted by an angry and embarrassed Hauru. Ain is missing, but Kizuna appears to be the only one concerned as everyone prepares for the Academy Festa. In the alien dimension, Zelchion interrogates and punishes Grabble for acting alone and not sharing information about the HHG Eros. Aldea's will has been broken and she has become Zelchion's pet. Kizuna eventually finds Ain, who is afraid of retrieving more of her past memories. Kizuna overcomes her fears and heart hybrids with her, but she is frightened by seeing visions of the alien dimension. All activities are interrupted by the appearance of an enemy fleet and the Amaterasu go to confront it. Kizuna recognizes his mother, Nayuta Hida, standing on the deck of a Batlantis battleship. Kizuna meets a hologram of his mother, Nayuta, on the Batlantis battleship and she explains that she left to conduct research on Batlantis. She disappears and the Amaterasu are confronted by Ragras and her giant Magitech armor, Demon. Zelchion withdraws the battleship instead of attacking. As part of her plan to retake Tokyo, Rayri asks Kizuna to invite Sylvia Silkcut to join the Amaterasu. She agrees and he inserts a core into her. The Ataraxia Academy detaches from the Megafloat system to head for Tokyo but are immediately attacked by Viking-type Magitech weapons. Meanwhile, the Amaterasu leave Ataraxia for Tokyo. Kizuna lands first to create a diversion, however instead of devastation, he finds people going about their normal daily lives. Nayuta explains to Kizuna that the vision of a normal Tokyo he sees is an illusion which she maintains so that the people's energy can be harvested, converted to magical energy and sent to Batlantis. She plans to expand the system across Japan, then the world. Horrified that this means the death of all humans and the Amaterasu, Kizuna attacks her, but he and the Amaterasu are engaged by Ragras and the Batlantis battle units. Ragras and her giant Magitech armor, Demon, are too strong and she defeats the Amaterasu, but at the last moment they are saved by Sylvia and her heart hybrid gear, Taros. They engage in a titanic battle and Sylvia defeats Ragras, who then angrily explodes Demon, creating a huge fireball that threatens to engulf the whole Kanto region. Sylvia then releases her immoral weapon, Titania, which completely absorbs the energy fireball. With their energy depleted, Rayri dispatches a ballistic-type bullet love room so that Kizuna can replenish the Amaterasu. Kizuna hybrid hearts with Hauru first, and then Ain wants to climax hybrid so that she can access her forbidden weapon and turn the tide of the battle. Kizuna creates the illusion of a full classroom in the bullet love room for Ain, which heightens her excitement as they hybrid heart. Outside, Hauru and Eurystia face Zelchion, captain of the Batlantis Empire's royal guards. As Ain is about to acquire her immoral weapon, she fears the power and fails to climax hybrid. When they emerge, they find Hauru, Eurystia, and Sylvia unconscious and their minds filled with painful memories created by Zelchion. Zelchion starts to probe Ain's mind to find how she acquired the Zero's core. Angered at her callous attitude, Kizuna attacks Zelxion with his arrow's core but is not strong enough. His plight awakens the other Amaterasu who provide him with the power to challenge Zelxion, but it is not enough to defeat her. Zelxion forces Ain to attack Kizuna, but at the last moment, Ain awakens and releases the forbidden weapon, defeating Zelxion, the Magitech fighters, and closes the portal to the Batlantis dimension. After the Amaterasu watch the portal close, Grace Synclavia, Empress of the Batlantis Empire, appears and says she finally located her long-lost sister, Ain. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and put a like.